Hello, dear listeners. I'm Della, and welcome to today's episode of our folklore journey. On June 4th, something remarkable happened in China's space exploration. The sender of China's Chang'e 6 probe lifted off from the lunar surface, carrying samples collected from the moon's far side. This is an unprecedented feat in human lunar exploration history. It shows how far we have come in our journey to understand the moon. But did you know that this modern achievement has a deep connection with the ancient and magical Chinese folklore? Before we start this main story, let me quickly remind you that in our previous episodes, we have already told the story of Houyi shooting the suns. You might still remember his heroic act of saving the world from the intense heat. Now, we're going to focus on the story between Houyi and his beautiful wife, Chang'e. Long, long ago, in a time when the world was a more magical place, there lived a heroic archer named Houyi. Houyi married a beautiful and kind-hearted woman named Chang'e. They lived a happy life together, but Houyi was so famous that many people came to him to learn archery. Among them was a man named Mang, who seemed nice on the surface, but was actually very greedy and evil. One day, the Queen Mother of the West, who is a goddess in Chinese mythology with great power, she was impressed by Houyi's heroic deeds and gave him a magic pill. This pill was said to have the power to make the person who took it immortal. Houyi didn't want to leave Chang'e, so he gave the pill to her for safekeeping. Chang'e hid it in a box in their room. But Mang, who was always on the lookout for treasures, overheard their conversation. One day, when Houyi was out hunting, Mang forced Chang'e to hand over the magic pill. Chang'e was so frightened and angry, but she knew she couldn't let such a bad person get the pill. In a moment of desperation, she made a brave decision. She took the pill herself. And soon as she swallowed, Chang'e felt herself becoming lighter and lighter. She slowly floated up into the air, higher and higher. She wanted to stay with Houyi, but the power of the pill was too strong. She flew towards the moon, the closest and most beautiful place in the world. When Houyi came back home and heard what had happened, he was heartbroken. He ran out into the yard, looking up at the moon, calling out Chang'e's name. The moon that night was especially bright, and he seemed to see Chang'e's shadow on it. From then on, every year when the moon is full, people would look up at the moon, thinking of the love story between Houyi and Chang'e. They would offer sacrifices and fruits. Hoping that the two lovers could be reunited one day. And that's the story of Chang'e flying to the moon. The listeners, it's not just a simple story about a woman flying to the moon. It's a story about love, sacrifice, and the power of hope. I hope you enjoy this retelling of the classic Chinese folktale as much as I love sharing it with you. If you have any thoughts, or if you want to hear more such fascinating stories, feel free to leave a comment. Thank you so much for listening, and until next time,